Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Frankly FM84. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Bello Calcio. We're coming out in Japan in the J-League, managing Shonan Bellmare. So if you were with us yesterday, you would have seen our rather embarrassing attempt to retain our J-League Cup. We played against Vissel Kobe, we lost 1-0. Registration issues meant that we were playing half a squad. We put up a good fight. I think we were kind of disadvantaged from the first leg when we went down to 10 men early, couldn't get a winner in that game. And then it meant that Vissel Kobe just poked ahead with a 1-0 lead, which knocked us out of the J-League Cup. But that means we get to turn our attention to other cups. And in today's episode, we are playing in the Emperor's Cup, and we have Gamba Osaka. So you have missed out on absolutely nothing. We have only moved forwards by one game. So let's jump straight into the action, show you the starting 11, and how we get on against Gamba Osaka. Here we go then. This is going to be the starting 11 that we put out against Gamba Osaka in the Emperor's Cup. We have Tani in goal, Hata, Hatanaka, Kuwahara and Tropicchio are the back four. We then have Fretheim in front of them in the RPM role. And that means that Ghana has been pushed forward into the SS with Praisart, Hayashi, Machida and Mita, the rest of the attackers. Let's hope we can go straight into this one, hit hard and early, and get a good result against Gamba Osaka. Let's jump into the game, show you how we get on. Here we go then, another round of the Emperor's Cup is up and running, and there's a highlight early on, 1:27 on the clock, and the ball was lumped forwards there by Gamba Osaka. They managed to play the ball out wide to the right. Joe Paulo's kept it in, he's crossed it in, and luckily for us, the shot is straight at Tani. The rain is pouring down in this one, you can see it in the still just behind the dashboard tablet thing that is there. Whilst I'm talking about the dashboard tablet, Kuwahara has given us the lead. Corner from Ghana, who just has an absolute ridiculous amount of assists this season. I think it said he was on the verge of breaking the club assist record for a single season. I think that's something stupid like number 20 or 21 on the season. I'm going to say it's a ridiculous amount. We'll check, if I remember, I'll check it after the game. But I think Ghana is playing at such a level that I may have said it last episode or the episode before, but we're really going to be struggling to keep hold of him in the summer or winter as it is. Just noticing here on the radar that we have a little problem with Machida up front, which means we are going to bring on the youngster Ryo Kitahara. Want to save Machida because we've got a Champions League game coming up after this against Persija, so really don't want any first teamers to be out for that, so taking no risks whatsoever. Get Kitahara on. He's a young player who has been in the first team and has actually scored goals. If you remember, he scored a hat-trick on his debut, so he's more than happy to come in and play first team football for us, despite only being, I think it's 17 or something ridiculous like that. But we are moving the ball forwards again here. Kitahara's on the ball, and as I said, he's confident enough to be running at players. Plays it back to Hata, plays to Fretheim. Hayashi has now got an injury as well, so they'll be looking to remove him, and his wayward pass is given away. It's Gamba Osaka are going to play it from the back. I've just noticed old boy Gabriel Aranda is playing at the back for Gamba Osaka, so want to get one over on him and not let them back into the game here. Our two midfielders are linking up. Kitahara's in behind. Kitahara is going to score, just as I was saying. Roy Kitahara, no fear for a youngster, although it's been disallowed for offside. Surely. Oh, that's close. The lines in this game make it look absolutely clear cut, like he was a yard offside, but I'm pretty sure his lead foot was close to being in line with the defender's back foot. But still, the game is what it is. Hayashi still has that injury, and we're trying to get Mita in behind. So yeah, we have now a front line that is a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old. Both are, I don't think they're classed as wonder kids, but they surely should be, because they are head and shoulders above some of the talent that we have in the team, certainly some of the older talent. And it's Gamba Osaka here who are building an attack. We're going to have a shot that goes wide. So getting close to half time, Hayashi is going to come off at half time. Do not want to risk any more injury to him. Garner's swung in a corner in. Kuwahara, a bit of weird one. He was offside. It looked like he was going to tap the ball into the net, and it ended up deflecting off of a player, off of him, out for a goal kick, but then they pulled it back for a free kick for offside. Anyway, but that is half time. We are in at 1-0. Could have been more. Obviously, that goal, wow, if it would have stood, we would have been at 2-0, so it would have been a far more comfortable result. Let's get Axon Street on at right midfield. Also, we are seeing Hatanaka and Garner both looking like they're struggling. So I'm going to bring on Tachibana in place of Hatanaka. I think in terms of the midfield positions, we have a bit of depth there, whereas the defenders, probably not so much so. So going to make those changes at half time to try and stabilise things. Like I said, do not want any injuries going forward into the Champions League game. So if we can get away with getting players off and getting them a rest, we will take that. And straight in the second half, 51 on the clock, Hatta to Frettheim. He's gone to ground. João Paulo has dived in. Surely it's a penalty kick. It is indeed. I think this is going to be James Garner. He stepped up and smashed one off of the crossbar last time, I think. And this time he's hit one straight at the goalkeeper. So it's probably the last one that James Garner is going to be taking. We do have a corner from it, though. Can he make up for it with another set piece? His ball is into the box. Tachibana has the header. And it's gone straight into the hands of Ahamada, who I think, if I remember rightly, Ahamada was one of the goalkeepers I was looking at the start of the save. Obviously, we had the guy from Cape Verde, whose name escapes me. We had a free transfer goalkeeper come in. Yeah, and Ahamada was one of the other ones we were looking at. We couldn't get him, so we did get the Cape Verdean guy. Who I will have to go back and have a look at what his name was. I remember we sold him back to Portugal, which is where he was playing football before we picked him up. But in the meantime, Taro Mita has scored a second goal for us. And it's a great, well-worked routine down the left-hand side. Presa involved, plays to Kitahara. He then lays it inside to Presa, who pulls the ball across goal. And there's Mita with a left-footed finish into the bottom corner. And we have a 2-0 lead. Hopefully that is going to be enough to finish Gamba Osaka off. We have restricted them to just 5 shots and only 1 on target. So I'd be very shocked if they're going to have 3 or 4 attempts to get back into this game in the next 20 minutes. But obviously Football Manager has these weird ways of doing things. So there's probably every chance that that is going to happen. We've seen it before in games where we were 3-0 up and then 3-3 was the final score in the last 10 minutes. But hopefully it's not going to end up being one of those kinds of games because time is just flying away. We're into 3 minutes of added on time. And yes, indeed, we are going to be progressing into the next round of the Emperor's Cup, a 2-0 victory against Gamba Osaka. Let's go forwards through all these screens. Remember, I want to look at how many assists Ghana has across all of the competitions this season. So we go to squad. Let's go and find Mr. Ghana. Here he is. So in terms of all competitions, he actually has 17 there. And I think there's a way, is it here? No, okay, so it's 17 on the season. He has 11 in the league, 17 overall. That's some going, that is, considering he's also got 10 goals, 6 of which have been penalties. And he's missed 4. I think that's missed 4 penalties. So that is a pretty poor record, isn't it? I think we will be taking Mr. Garner off of penalties for sure. But yeah, you can see this season's stats have just been exceptional. 23 J-League games, he has an 8.04 average rating, and across 32 games overall for club, he has an 8.01 average rating. His stats are something special, and he's a player that we hope we can hold on to for a very, very long time. Although I've got a feeling, like I said, the big clubs will come circling. Certainly the European clubs, English clubs, almost a given. Right then, so that's another cup victory. The Emperor's Cup 4th round. We move on to the quarterfinals. We've been drawn against Ura Red Diamonds. All these league games now are pretty much dead rubbers. No point coming back for any of them. But in tomorrow's episode, we will be having a AFC Champions League 2nd round game. We have Persija Jakarta. As I said, a bit of a personal touch. I was managing out in Indonesia last season, or in FM21, managed Sulut United. So this is a team that I know quite well, and I'm looking forward to taking on. Right then, I'm going to be ending this video here. if you're still here at this point, firstly, a big thank you. Secondly, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button already, please consider doing so. I appreciate every single person that takes the time to hit those buttons to help the channel out, to get it out to as many people as possible. I really, really do appreciate it. For this one, I'm going to be wrapping it there. A big thank you for watching. Come join me tomorrow as we face off against Persija Jakarta in the AFC Champions League.